to allow you to put a moped on the Katy Trail. Executive Director of TrailNet, Ralph Pfremmer, joins us to talk about it. Good morning, Ralph.
Good morning, McGraw. How you doing?
Good. You're down in Jefferson City right now, right?
Well, no, I'm not down there. I'm in St. Louis. I've got a group of 10 staff members, advocates, and board members that are going down to Capitol Day today, as well as constituents from Columbia PedNet and Bike Walk KC from Kansas City.
All right, so this was a story that came out a couple weeks ago, and I just thought it was a funny little bill that wasn't planning on going anywhere. This is making its way through the legislature?
Well, yeah, it is, and it's the same type of attitude that we took towards this gentleman's Jay Houghton's first bill, where he wanted a 15-foot flag flown on every bicycle in the state of Missouri. So we didn't take it really seriously at first, but this guy means business, and he's put it through 2 committees, and now it's set to go to the floor for debate, and it's really not a good thing for this trail.
All right, what is this? What does he want to do to the Katy Trail?
Well, he wants to allow utility vehicles, and that's defined as that includes ATVs and golf carts, to be able to use the trail every Wednesday for those that are 60 years old and above. And there's a couple of reasons why that's not a good idea. The trail wasn't built for that, and to be the first. It's not wide enough to be able to accommodate the width. You mentioned I'm against mopeds on the trail, and that's really funny because I have a moped. But that's a 49cc vehicle. The limits to this bill would allow CCs of up to 700. So, and not to mention the fact that Ted Jones, when he donated the land to the state of Missouri, I'm fairly certain that he did not have ATVs in mind when he made this happen.
Okay, but it's a Wednesday, and it's for people over 60, and so it isn't like you're going to open it up to a bunch of 20-year-olds who are popping wheelies and causing all sorts of troubles. What's wrong with a 60-year-old getting out and getting some fresh air on a Wednesday?
Well, I tell you what, I'm 54 years old, and the bill originally was introduced at 55. And I don't know, I hang out with a lot of really fit guys that are riding bicycles and doing all sorts of things. I do think that that's a pretty low threshold for those that might want to go and tear the trail up. There's also, we have an $18 million economic development for that trail, for the trail communities annually. The economic impact is based on the fact that the trail is quiet, it's safe, it's natural, and motor vehicle free. This is one cut of 1,000 cuts that would eventually turn that trail into something that is not nearly as impactful.
So you're saying is once you open the door, then who knows where it's going to end?
Absolutely, that's the way politics works. And I'm a little bit skeptical as to why all this trouble is amounting with the state park system. There's a little bit of controversy brewing. Governor Nixon has had a tremendous amount of legacy work done on his work with the state park system, and you see things popping up that kind of tend to go negative against the state park systems. And I'm not sure if this is one of them, but I tell you what, this is not a healthy thing for this trail. And, there's a lot of constituents that we have, over 12,000, 2,000 members within our pool with TrailNet. We're all vehemently against this, and there may be a compromise. Our good folks at Missouri Bike Ped are getting ready to introduce some things that might be able to help this bill do some compromising, but for the most part, we have to be very careful with this. We don't want to lose our tourism dollars. And our state needs every bit of dollars we can get. Same with both cities in Kansas City and St. Louis. We need to be able to compete, and this is a trail that's going to compete based on that serenity.
Well, if there was only a way where we could have a bike race like the Tour of Missouri here, I'm sorry, that's a different issue. But some people have never been on the Katy Trail. Most people don't care about the Katy Trail in terms of they don't go on it. What do they care if someone is allowed to ride a golf cart on a Wednesday? But you sort of touched on it. Tourism-wise, how big is the Katy Trail to tourism here in Missouri?
Well, it's about a $40 million endeavor, and we have 240 miles of trail, and then that figure is estimated at $40 million. So it's a significant. So what's going to occur here? It's going to go to the House floor. It'll get beat up somewhere along the line. The fiscal committee is going to go to this and say, hey, what really is the impact of this? And we're going to be there strong. We're going to be making sure we're expressed because we just can't screw that up. We have to have that income. There's so much possibility promoting tourism in Missouri. It's no different than Kansas City and St. Louis both working on making our cities more livable. We have a connection process from the Central Corridor going all the way out to the new Daniel Boone Bridge, which is set to open with a new connection around June 1. That's going to connect. If you consider the front porch of the Arch to the backyard of wine country, this is one of the things that we can promote. And I'm fairly certain ATVs aren't included in the mindset of what the public wants.
Ralph, what are you asking people to do if they want to get involved?
I want them to call their legislators. I want them to get involved with TrailNet, Missouri Bike Fed. If you're in Columbia, PedNet, we need to get involved and build more coalition. Let everybody know that this is unacceptable, and we'll get this thing defeated. And we'll also work to make accessibility greater. There's all sorts of things we can do with the state park system. They have a lot of different options for those people that want to get out and enjoy the trail. Ralph
Pfremmer, Executive Director of TrailNet. What's the website, Ralph?
www.trailnet.org.
Ralph, get back on your moped, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, McGraw.
You got it. 7:25 here, Big 550, KT.